Korina meets Kiko. O ano?
Meow.
Is that your... Pinapanindigan mo talaga yun?
Yun yung political slogan ko. Yung iba, di ba, may mga, may mga tagline sila. Yung sa akin, meow.
Ganon? Okay. So, naintindihan na yan ng constituency mo?
Well, yung mga pusa doon naiintindihan nila, pero yung mga tao hindi na masyado.
Hindi masyado. Pero, sa kagaganyan mo, you were elected into office.
Yes.
Oo. Na walang daya. Sino ba ang kalaban mo? I guess...
mga... go ahead.
What? No, I guess malakas ka talaga or malakas yung ugong ng inyong apelyido doon.
Siguro yun din yun. Kasama din yun. Kasi nung tumakbo ako for Congress, 6 years na akong incumbent city councilor. Tapos yung mga kalaban ko naman, wala man masyado kasi kadalasan yung mga nakakalaban ko for city council, for Congress, yung mga lagi nang tumatakbo doon tapos natalo lang naman sila. So every 3 years nag-iipon sila and wasting their money.
Okay. Well,
they're trying.
Okay. What do you think about political dynasties? Because I think many of your family members are in office. Not that it's illegal. Of course, it's totally legal. Kaya nga, nakaupo sila ngayon. Pero what do you think about that?
Well, its legality is actually a controversial topic because as per the Constitution, the Constitution is as a stance against political dynasty, but it's not it does not enact upon itself. So it needs an implementing law from Congress, which does not exist. Kaya technically unconstitutional. It can be considered unconstitutional in a way, pero it's only unconstitutional if there's already a law that states that it's not allowed, and it's still not defined. There's no perfect definition of political dynasty.
It seems like the spirit of the law is that political dynasties should not be allowed.
Yes.
But there are no implementing rules and regulations, right? Because Congress has to enact it.
Yes.
Sa ngayon, wala pa yon.
Wala pa.
So, kumbaga parang palagay mo, ayaw rin i-enact ng Congress.
I mean, madaming matatamaan doon.
Maraming tatamaan.
And no one wants to be the person who removes the jobs from all of his colleagues, di ba?
Just like,
ayaw mo maging rason kung ba't unemployed lahat ng mga kaibigan mo, lahat ng mga kasama sa Kongreso. So,
correct.
Yes, no one wants to take the first step to doing that.
If someone were to introduce the idea in Congress, would you support it?
Well, it depends on what form of political dynasty they would introduce, because there are many different types of political dynasties in Congress. There are congressmen with 1 or 2 relatives in Congress, congressmen like me who has no relatives in Congress, in both the lower house and the upper house, but have relatives in positions in terms of local politics. Tapos may mga iba naman na, for example, like Tulfo, where they have 2 in the Senate and 1 or 2, I believe, in the lower house, where it's much larger. Like, for example, current Speaker Boji D has around 9, I believe, members in Isabela and in national government as a family in elected positions.
So it depends on the regulation.
Depends on what form of regulation. Kasi hindi naman natin masabi na strictly anti-political dynasty ako or strictly pro-political dynasty ako, because there are many different versions of political dynasties, and there are many different scales of political dynasties.
Okay. Your father was a long-time public servant, right?
Yes.
PD Barzaga. So, ginusto talaga niya na maging congressman ka?
I mean, parang ganun din. Kasi I actually suggested that, I run for office. Then he's like, okay.
Totoo?
Yes, because in our line of work, in politics, it's very hard to find people you can trust. And trust is one of the most valuable commodities in politics. And one of the people you can trust most is your own family.
Okay.
So, pag alam niyang may kamag-anak siya within the city council, it will let him rest easy and focus on his work in Congress.
Pagkausap mo naman si Congressman Kiko, malinaw naman at matino, Pero talagang palabiro ka lang talaga?
Medyo crazy talaga.
Teka muna, mahirap yan. Baka ikaw ay ma-quote.
Ma?
The headline, I admit I'm crazy. Ano ka ba?
Hindi, okay lang yun.
Okay lang yun?
Lagi naman ako may mga ganong controversial na headlines.
Really? You don't mind?
Yes, kasi pag iniisip nila na crazy ako o siraulo ako, tapos makita nila yung mga interviews, yung mga stances ko on political issues, doon nila maiisip na kailangan ba natin talagang pagkatiwalaan ang sinasabi ng media, o kailangan ba nating should we view the media as just another source of information that we must also scrutinize?
So, kumbaga, feeling mo, you will survive all of the bashing.
Kasi pag may nag-release ng mga ganong headlines, di nila ako sinisiraan. Ang sinisira nila yung sarili nila because they're the type of people who will misinterpret a quote and make it seem like that's what it means.
Okay, so kumbaga, you stand by everything that you do. Like for example, yung magpo-post ka na marami kang hawak na pera, you don't see anything wrong with that?
Well, the time back then, I didn't see anything wrong with it. And right now, I still don't see anything wrong with it.
Because?
Kasi ganun talaga ako. I'm proud of masaya ako na marami akong hawak na pera nung panahon na yun. So, pinost ko.
Nanalo ka ba ng sweepstakes doon? Saan ba galing yung pera na yun?
Bigay lang sa akin ni Kong PD.
Ganon.
Parang Christmas bonus o bonus ng, baka birthday ko.
Oo.
Pero yung depende kasi yun. Pag small amounts, usually yung mga, yun yung binibigay niya for Christmas or birthdays. Or minsan pinagsama na Christmas and birthday.
Pero ngayon, pumipreno ka na rin. Pumipreno ka na rin sa ganong klaseng mga post. I mean, in the light of developments.
Well, may ethics complaint ako. So, wag muna. Hindi, pero...
Wag muna, correct.
Open pa rin ako mag-post ng mga ganong klaseng content. Kasi, wala lang talaga akong opportunity kasi masyado na ako nakafocus on the national issues ngayon. Pero siguro, kung mag-withdraw ako ng pera sa Congress ngayon, mas mayaman na ako since congressman na.
Okay.
Hindi baka mag-post ulit ako. Siguro pag nakulong na si Romualdez, magpo-post ulit ako ng
pag-usapan natin yan mamaya. Okay. So, categorically, you're saying you're not crazy. You have no mental issues.
Yes.
Okay. Are you willing to go through some kind of assessment? Parang yun ang gusto nilang mangyari, ano?
Well, technically, I'm not saying it categorically. I'm saying it literally na I do not have any issues with my mental health. Kasi I have an LTAP. Alam mo yung LTAP, yung license to own and possess firearms? I have that.
Okay. And you have to go through
you have to go through a neurological test for that. So, actually, baka ako nga lang yung may, and also for the reservists, kailangan mo ding pumasok sa neuro part. May neuro requirements din para doon kasi syempre hawak ka ng mga baril doon. But like, our weapons are old Cold War era M16s, but they're still
they can still fire a shot.
Most of them can still fire shots.
Okay. Even if they're ancient.
Yun din kasi yung naging problema namin sa reserves halos kulang na yung supply namin ng ammunition kaya nababalitaan may mga planong ammunition factory.
Okay. So
we're getting off
so
topic.
that is the proof that there is nothing wrong with your mental state.
Yeah. I mean, technically that should be a proof. Hindi ko alam kung like actual proof yun because I'm not a licensed psychiatrist. But so far, if they trust me with firearms, then I don't see why the people should not trust me with government.